Evening, everyone. It's 5:55, and this is your video number 646, closing comment for Tuesday, February 23rd. Let's get into see what was moving the markets. Well, we started off with Bitcoin getting pounded and all of the individual big names and anything related to Bitcoin at all being lower. The NASDAQ actually got all the way down to down about 4% or 500 and managed to close down just 67.85, a half of 1%, after being down 8 times that. The Dow was stronger all day, stronger on a relative basis. It too was down well over 250, and it closed up 1566, just a mere 0.05%. Same with the S&P, up $4.87, a little over 1/10% after being down 30. And the Russell was down 1976.88%, and the Dow Jones transports up 2169 or 0.16%. We tried to buy Floor Corp calls today. We did not get them, and the stock actually reversed nicely, trading down to about $18 and then turning back up and closing around 19.5. We were looking at the March 20s for about $1.05. They ran away. I canceled the order. They came back in a bit. I thought about buying them, but the options were just too thin for there to be enough action for me to really be able to make a decision about them. So that's where we were. Earnings related stuff, we have Toll Brothers and Square both reporting after the close, both beating top and bottom line. Toll Brothers especially, the numbers were absolutely astounding from the standpoint of what kind of permits they're receiving, what kind of contracts are being signed, at what levels for building. Tolls is a higher end builder, and so those are meaningful metrics. The stock actually closed 54.23, up 58 cents. The earnings came after the close, and the stock traded up another $2 and change to 56.40. Last I have is 55.29, up $1.64 or 3%. Square, on the other hand, went the other way. It had traded to finish the day 256.59, which was down 11.49, and then after the earnings came out, as good as they were, the stock traded down to 246, which was down 22 and change. The focus here is that they also had a statement that they bought an additional $170 million worth of Bitcoin, and the way that it looks like they spent about $51,200 per coin. So looking at the chart that's on the screen, they paid up here or so in this area. Don't know whether they did it on the way up or on the way down, but today's low of 44,900 makes a 51 and change price on 170 million look a little unpleasant. In other news, Workhorse, who was building what they thought were electric vehicles for the post office, had that order canceled. The stock is currently trading $14.92, down $16.42 or 53%. And CCIV, which has been a very hot running SPAC, was trading in the almost $60 area. They announced their deal with Lucid Motors. I'm sure that you've seen ads on TV for them now. While the street may or may not like the deal was struck at a fair discount to what CCIV was actually selling for at the close yesterday. So it finished the day $36.95, down $20.44, 36%. Disney continued its winning ways, $197.40, another new all-time high, up $5.64 or 2.9%. And the other Bitcoin related people, and again, I show you the chart on the screen, MicroStrategies and Tesla. MicroStrategies is a software company, and it closed the day yesterday at 876 after having hit in the last 8 or 10 days 1,315. The CEO there, as I mentioned, I believe this morning, that the CEO there had borrowed $1 billion, created $1 billion worth of debt to buy more Bitcoin at about 57,000. So figure right here pretty close to the high, and look where we are again, right here around 45,000. That is a $12 loss, a $12,000 loss per coin, and that would represent roughly 20% on the downside. The stock traded all the way down to 660, and while it rallied, it still closed 710, down 166. So basically it's been cut in half from the high, and today was down 19%. Tesla, on the other hand, also, somewhat a Bitcoin related deal, had a low today of 619, which is just a tremendous move. And it managed to close around 698.84, down 15 and change. And then after the close has traded up to 738 and change, a new high on the day. And the last up on it is up a stunning 74 cents, but at 715.24. That is almost $100 off the day's low. Kathy Wood from ARK, who has been a major bull on the stock, came out with a statement this afternoon that she was buying the stock today. And considering how long she's been in it and what size positions she has and at what price, that doesn't surprise me in the least, and she has been right on the numbers here. Just want to give a brief update on the rest of the FAANG stocks and mega cap stocks, because they all look pretty much the same. Apple had a low today of 118.39. I mentioned that this morning, that the stock has come down from roughly 145 down to 120 when it was only down $3 this morning. And so we rallied all the way back up, made a new high on the day of 128.45, and closed the day 125.49, down 51 cents. Same situation with Google. Google closed down 26 cents after trading $19.90, down $64. Amazon closed up $5.27 after trading $30.93, down 100. And Facebook was actually a little more tame, closing $265, up 5, with a low of only $255. So that's where we are with all of those. It was a nice strong rally, and all I can say is I'm not sure it's done yet. My concern was on a break on the close for the S&P under 38.80, which is what I had in my market letter on Sunday. Until I'm shown differently, I will look to do something about that if we run out of steam again, because as I've noticed, we've had 7 setbacks since the March low, and the current one, as tough as it seems, has only been about 3.6%, which is well under what the average, what the mean, and it is the smallest since last March. So I'm not sure that we're done here. And basically, when I listen to people like Jerome Powell say that interest rates are going up for, quote, the right reason, the market doesn't care. Market couldn't care less what the reason is, right, wrong, or indifferent. They don't like higher interest rates, and that's what we've had now. The 10-year looked a little bit better. The 30-year, which we're trading the TLT. We have a loss in it today, but I think that we're about to get a little bit of a bounce there, and that's what I'm playing that one for. Okay, so as I said, the chart on the screen is Bitcoin down from 57,800 to 44,900 in basically 2 days. Looks to me like we could get into the 37 to 39,000 range. Doesn't have to happen overnight, but I have a feeling that we're probably going to test this breakout in here between 38, 39, 40,000 before we can work higher. As far as the rest of the markets, most of them were reasonably calm today. Oil down just 3 cents, down 8 cents in the nat gas, which is somewhat of a disappointment to me. We're not in it yet, but I'd like to be a buyer. We had kind of a decent range in the gold, but it closed 1805.90, and that was only a $2.50 change. Silver down 40 cents, and copper again higher by 3 3/4 cents, and that's more industrial. We had coffee, one of my favorites, up another 3.5, clearly broke out last week and looks higher to me. And we had the dollar up 17 cents, not overwhelming. And as I said, the bonds down 7 ticks, and I'll show you what that looks like because I think it's important. I mean, we're in this area, and when we expand the chart out and go with the weekly and you get a look, this is an important area for it to hold. This was the last important breakout, and so support in here should hold, and I'm going to guess we move back up to about 166, 167. All right, everyone, have a good evening. I hope you had a good day today, and I'll be back first thing in the morning. Don't forget to subscribe.